Hi guys, this is Arun and I'm back with another video on development of lateral surface. Today we'll be taking a problem which involves a cylinder, and this cylinder is cut by section planes, and there are multiple section planes or cutting planes which cut the cylinder on the top portion and the lower portion, and you need to draw the development of the, the portion that is left in between. So we'll use the parallel line method and solve this particular problem. Now first I will explain you the underlying theory behind it, how the front view looks like, how the cutting planes intersect the cylinder, how they look like in 3D view by showing you the 3D model, and also how to locate the intersection points for these section planes on the generator. So let us start with the problem statement. So what you see here is you have the statement like this: develop the lateral surface of a cylinder having 40 mm diameter and height 60 mm, which is cut in the following way. So the location of the section plane, or the angle, or the whether it's perpendicular or at an angle, where it is located, all that information is not given. Now what is given is you have a cylinder of 40 mm dia and height 60 mm, which is cut in the following way. So a figure is given to you along with the statement, and the figure that is given to you is this. So this will be the figure that will be given to you. So the figure along with the statement is what is given. Now you need to draw the development of lateral surface of the cylinder. Now if you look at the figure, you can make out that this is representing the front view of the cylinder. Now if you take the front view or draw the front view of the cylinder, what you get is a rectangle whose size is equal to 40 mm, that is the base, and 60 mm, that is the height. So the front view of the cylinder will be 60 mm by 40 mm. So that is what is indicated here. Now along with that, some other values are also given, the angles are given, plus you can see some darkened lines are drawn. Okay, so what these indicate are cutting planes. So if you look closely, what you find here is there are three cutting planes. So the first cutting plane is this plane. Okay, now this cutting plane is at an angle of 30 degrees to XY line, and it starts from the left corner of the base. Okay, so this is your first cutting plane number 1. Next, you have the second cutting plane, which is inclined at an angle of 45 degrees to the XY line or to the axis. Now this cutting plane makes an angle of 45 degrees starting from the top left corner of the base, the top left corner. So you can see this is the section plane or the cutting plane, this line inclined at 45 degrees, and it is coming and intersecting the axis line here. So this is the point of intersection with the axis line. So this is your second cutting plane. Okay. The third cutting plane is this. So this line, which is at an angle of 60 degrees to the axis or 30 degrees to XY line, is the third cutting plane starting from the point of intersection of the second cutting plane with the axis, that is this point, and ending here at one of the generators on the right side. Okay, so what happens here is the first cutting plane, the second cutting plane, and the third cutting plane, they divide the cylinder into three parts. One is this lower portion, one is this upper portion, and one is this in between central portion. Now From what is given in the front view, what you can see is the central portion is what is darkened. If you can see this vertical line, this angled line, vertical line, this angle line, this angle line, this central portion is darkened, whereas the top portion is not darkened, the lower portion is not darkened. This means you need to develop the lateral surface of this central portion. Okay, so the in-between portion that is left after the first section plane cuts the cylinder, and after the second and the third section plane cut the cylinder, this in-between portion that is left, this is the portion of the cylinder which you have to develop. So I hope the statement of the problem is clear. Now, what I've done is I've drawn the 3D model of the cylinder with these three cutting planes just to make you to understand the concept. So this is the thing. So what you see here, this first cutting plane inclined at 30 degrees is this red section plane. Okay, so this section plane is inclined at 30 degrees to XY line or to HP. Okay, and it is starting from the bottom left corner of the base. So this is the first cutting plane in red color. The second cutting plane inclined at 45 degrees is represented in blue color. So you can see it is starting from the top left corner of the top face and it is coming here till the mid, that is the axis. Okay, and you have the third cutting plane, this line inclined at 60 degrees, which is highlighted by or shown by the orange color section plane, starting from the axis here and moving on and intersecting the generator of the cylinder, the entire cylinder basically. So what you see here is you have got three section planes. One is the one highlighted in red, the other is one highlighted in blue, and the third one is the one highlighted by the orange color. So these are the three section planes. Now what you observe here is this in between section, the in between portion of the cylinder is what you need to develop, not the upper portion, not the lower portion. The in between portion has to be developed. Okay, so so this would be the solution, but we'll come to this later. What I'll do now is I'll take you to CATIA straight away and I'll show you the actual 3D model that I've drawn. So you can see these section planes here. The red section plane at 30 degrees, the blue section plane at 45 degrees, the orange section plane at 60 degrees. So you can see they're dividing the cylinder like this. They are cutting them. Okay. So what I'll do now is to show how the cylinder looks like once these cutting plane cut them. That is to show you how exactly the central portion of the cylinder looks like. So what I'll do is I'll split them. I'll use the split option, which is somewhere here, yeah, split option, and I'll split this cylinder at this cutting plane, at this cutting plane. Okay, so you can see the top portion is gone, the bottom portion is gone. What you're left with is the in-between portion of the cylinder. Okay, now to show you how exactly it looks like, I will hide these all these cutting planes. So I'll hide this and I'll hide this. Okay, so now you can see how exactly it looks like. So the lower portion of the cone of the cylinder, which is cut by the first cutting plane number 1, looks like this, and the upper portion of the cone of the cylinder, which is cut by the second cutting plane, looks like this, and the upper portion of the cylinder cut by the third cutting plane or section plane looks like this. So this is how the in between portion of the cylinder which you have to develop looks like when all the three cutting planes cut the cylinder. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now the next thing is, yeah, if you want to solve this particular problem, then you know how to proceed. The front view is given to you. So in the top you have to draw the top view of the cylinder, which is a circle of diameter 40, and then divide the circle into 8 or 12 or 16 equal divisions. Since the circle doesn't have any sharp corners or vertical edges, you need to create them. So that is what you will be creating here, and then you will be projecting them, and all these projections will be called as generators. So basically you are dividing the circle into equal generators, either 8 or 12. So that is what we are going to do. So what I have done here is this, of course, is the cutting plane, and how it looks like, the first cutting plane and the second and third cutting plane, which I have already shown you in CATIA. Now what I want to show you here is the intersection points. So you can see, as I have told you, I am dividing the cylinder into 8 generators. Okay, so 8 equal divisions, 8 parts. So as you can see, these are the vertical generators indicated by the black vertical lines. So these are all the vertical generators. Okay, so you can see here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. There are 8 vertical generators of the cylinder which you have created. Okay, the same thing is highlighted here also. There are 8 vertical generators. You can see A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now, why I have taken these 8 generators here is to show you how and where we get the intersection point of the section plane with these 8 generators. Okay, so one by one we will take the section planes, as there are 3 section planes. So we'll take first the lower section plane, the red section plane inclined at the red section plane inclined at 30 degrees to XY line, and cutting the left corner of the base and then moving on to the right. So we'll take this cutting plane first and see the intersection points. So the cutting plane and the intersection points are shown, and how the cylinder looks like after cutting is shown. So I'm going to locate the intersection points on the respective generator. So as you can see, the first intersection point is at the bottom left corner of the base. That is, you can say, the starting point of the generator A. So this is intersection point number 1. Intersection point number 2 is here. It is the intersection of the cutting plane with the generator B. 3 is the intersection point of the cutting plane or section plane with the generator C. 4 is the intersection point of the section plane with the generator D. 5 intersection point of the cutting plane with the generator E. 6 intersection point of the cutting plane with the generator F. 7 intersection point of the cutting plane with the generator G, and 8 intersection point of the cutting plane with the generator H. So as you can see, there are 8 generators and there are 8 intersection points, meaning this cutting plane 1 cuts all the 8 generators. So you have got 8 intersection points. So this is the first cutting plane. Now the second cutting plane, is the one that is shown by the blue color. Third cutting plane is one that is shown by the orange color, and both of them are at the top. So we'll see the intersection points that these two cutting planes make with the cylinder. So I'll start with the second cutting plane. So as you can see, intersection of the second cutting plane with the generator A is 9. Since I have ended here at 8, I am going to start the intersection point numbering from 9. Then intersection point 10 is the intersection of the section plane with generator B. Intersection point 11 is the intersection of the cutting plane with the generator C. Intersection point 12 is the intersection of the generator with the cutting plane, generator D with the cutting plane. And intersection point 13 is the intersection of the generator E with the cutting plane. Intersection point 14 is the intersection of the generator F with the cutting plane. Intersection point 15 is the intersection of the generator G with the cutting plane, and last, intersection point 16 is the intersection of the generator H with the cutting plane. So like this, what you can see here is there are 8 plus 8, 16 intersection points which these three cutting planes 1, 2 and 3, these three cutting planes make with the cylinder. So your job is to use the parallel line method, as you can see here in the solution. You need to draw the full development of the cylinder, and then by using the parallel line method you need to transfer all these intersection points from the front view onto the development and then join them. Okay, so this is the background of this particular problem. Now in the next section we'll be using the manual method. I'll be using the drawing instruments and paper, and I'll be using the parallel line method and solving this particular development of lateral surface of the cone, which is cut by three cutting planes. So we'll proceed to the solution.
So we'll start with the front view first, which is given. So we'll draw the front view. As you know, the front view is of height 60 mm. So I'll use very thin lines because I need to highlight the development of lateral surface of the intended portion, that is the in between portion, clearly. So I'll only be highlighting the lines for which the development needs to be drawn. So you have the height to be 60, and next is the width is 40. Yep. So that would complete the front view of the cylinder, 60 by 40. Okay, now here what is given is you have the first cutting plane at 30 degrees. So It starts from the bottom left corner 30 degrees. So from here, yes, somewhere here. So this is the first cutting plane. So I'll make this dark, and the second cutting plane is at 45 degrees from the top left corner. So this is the top left corner and it's at 45 degrees. 45, so roughly here. So I'll draw it at 45 degrees. Okay, now this second cutting plane is supposed to intersect the axis of this cylinder. So I'll mark the axis, which is at 20 mm, half of the base. So at 20 mm I will draw the axis line. So you can see that this cutting plane is intersecting the axis, which I will darken at this point here, and this angle is 45 degrees. This angle is 30 degrees, and from here, where the second cutting plane inclined at 45 degrees intersects the axis, from here it is 60 degrees. All these values are given in the front view, which is shown in the first part of the video. So I'll draw that at 60 degrees. So somewhere here, yes. So 60 degrees to the axis or 30 degrees to XY line. Yeah. So you have your three cutting planes. Now the portion of the cylinder that you have to develop is not the upper portion or the lower portion, it is the in between portion. So already three lines are darkened. What you're left with is to darken this line, the line on the right indicating the in between portion, and the line on the left. Yes. So this darkened in between portion or the central portion of the cylinder is what you are supposed to develop. You can mark this angle as 60 degrees. So this is what is given to you, okay, along with the problem statement. Now we will be drawing the top view, which is a circle of diameter 40 and radius 60. So I'll measure the radius to be 20 mm, and I'll just extend the axis line of the in the front view to the top view so that I can locate the center of the cylinder properly. So some distance below, let us say here, yeah, here I'll be drawing the circle of 20 mm radius. So we have the circle here, and this is of uh, diameter 40 mm, so no need to show this here, it's already marked. And now this has to be divided into 8 equal parts, at least 8. If you want, you can divide it into more number of parts, 8, 12, 16, but we'll go for the minimum, that is 8. So 4, and then the remaining at 45 degrees. So yeah. So 8 equal divisions. Now these are the equal divisions, and you could name them, the corner of each, as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. And the axis O into bracket O1. So O here is the center of the top face, and O1 is the center of the base. Now I'll draw the front view of these generators. Now what you can do is you can assume that uh, the whole generator is A. For example, this generator on the left, this is A, this generator on the right, this is E. No need to again name it as A into bracket A1 and then say A is the corner of the top of the generator and A1 is that of the base. No need. The entire generator can be A. That will save some time. So I'll project all these generators onto the front view so that the intersection points can be plotted. So projection lines, this C and G, already the projection line for the axis has been drawn. You can overlap it. And then the projection line for this, I'll be drawing the projection lines for transferring all the generators onto the front view. So what you find here is the generator A, B, C, D and E. These 5 generators are seen in the front view, whereas F, G and H are behind, so they are not seen. Now I can name them, so I'll say that this is A dash, and then this is B dash into bracket H dash, and then a lot of clutter here, so I think I'll take out this angle and draw it outside. So I'll just draw it outside and yeah, B dash into bracket H dash, that is this point. A dash is this point, B dash H dash is this point, this generator, and then C dash G dash is this, C dash into bracket G dash, and then D dash F dash is this, D dash F dash, and last is this, which is E dash. So you have all these generators here. So all these vertical lines, they indicate all these 8 generators. Now you need to find out one by one what are the intersection points which with each of these 3 cutting planes or section planes. So now we are going to locate the intersection points. So I'm going to start with this first cutting plane inclined at 30 degrees. So this cutting plane is cutting the generator A dash at this point, so I'll be naming this point as 1. Then it is cutting the generator B dash or B at this point, so this would be 2. Then it is cutting the generator C at this point, so I'll be naming this as 3. And then it is cutting the generator D at this point, I'll be naming this as 4. It is cutting the generator E at this point, I'll be naming this as 5. Okay. Now since this is a front view, you can name it as 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, or just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is good enough. Now 5 generators are taken care of. Now is it cutting the generator F? Yes, it is cutting at the same point as that of 4, but it won't be seen, so the intersection point 6 I'll put in bracket, as you can see here, 6 dash. Is it cutting G? Yes, it is cutting G, so the same point as 3 dash, so I'll put 3 dash into bracket 7 dash. Is it cutting H? Yes, it is cutting, but at this point as 2 dash, so I'll put 2 dash into bracket 8 dash. So I got 8 intersection point here. So you can refer to the earlier portion in the video where in the 3D model the 8 intersection points that the section plane makes with the cylinder the first section plane makes are very clearly shown. So the same points I have located here in the front view. Next, I'll continue the same process and locate the intersection point 9 onwards from the top two cutting planes. So I'll find out whether this cutting plane is cutting the generator A. Yes, it is cutting at this point, the topmost point. So this is 9. Is it cutting the generator B? Yes, it is cutting at this point. So this is 10. Is it cutting the generator C? Yes, it is cutting at this point. This is 11. Is it cutting the generator D? Yes, it is cutting at this point. Now this is the third cutting plane. So this is 12. Is it cutting the generator E? Yes, at this point. So this is 13th point. So 5 more intersection points. Now, is this cutting plane cutting the generator F? Yes, at the same point as that of 12. But since 13 is behind 12 or F is behind D, I'll put 13 in bracket. Okay. Then is it cutting G? Yes, it is cutting at the same point. So I'll put 14 in bracket, as 14 is behind 11, as that is as G, the generator G is behind C. Is it cutting the generator H? Yes, it is cutting at the same point as that of 10, but the point sorry, this is 14, sorry. After 13, the intersection with F, the generator F, this is 14, not 13. So after 13 it is 14. So behind 12 you will get 14, and behind 11 you will get 15. So please note this change, 14 and 15. So 15 is behind 11, that is 15 is the intersection with the G, 14 is the intersection with the F generator. And last is the generator H. Yes, the section plane is cutting the generator H at this point, same as that of 10. So 10 into bracket 16. So you have 9 on A, 10 on B, 11 on C, 12 on D, 13 on E, 14 on F, 15 on G, and 16 on H. Next, after locating all these intersection points, let us draw the full development of the cylinder. So we know that if you cut open this cylinder at, say, the generator A, and if you open it up, you will get a rectangle whose height is equal to the height of the cylinder, 60, and whose length is equal to the circumference of this 40 mm circle, 40 mm diameter circle. So we'll draw that first. So here we will use the parallel line method. So I'll be projecting the front view and try to make the development just besides the front view. This is more convenient, so that's why I'm using this. So please observe. I'll project this and I'll project this parallel lines, and I'll draw the first generator here. First generator. This is generator A. Okay. and you know the length of this or height of this generator is 60. Fine. Now I need to find out the length of this. So the length is the circumference of this circle, which is 2 pi, and r here is 20. So 2 pi into 20, it comes to around 125, I believe, around 125 mm, because you have 2 pi, that is 6.2 into 2, so yeah, around 125 mm. So the length of the rectangle, that is the full development of the cylinder, would be 125 mm. So yeah, till here 125. Again I'll draw the 60 mm line and join it here. Yes. So this is the full development of the cylinder, 60 mm by 125 mm. Okay, and as you know, this is the first generator AA, so this also would be the generator A, because you have cut it open at A, so one end would be, and you are joining back at A. So this is the generator A. Now I have to locate the other 8 generators also. So I will be dividing this 125 mm into 8 equal parts. So I can do that directly. So if I divide by 8, say 125 by 8, so it would be 1 5s are 40, so 15.5 mm, roughly 15.5 mm would be the length of each division. So I'll use that and try to locate approximately. I'll try to locate at 15 mm, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, 15. So the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, yeah, there are 8. So now I'll draw vertical lines indicating the generators. So if you use a drafter, it will be easier and you can draw perfect horizontal and vertical lines here. I am struggling here because I am limited on resources and have only the scale and not even a decent protractor. So these are the generators, so you could start marking them. So this is B, this is C, D, E, F, G, H and A. Now I have written on both the sides because I am dealing with multiple cutting planes. So I should have a reference of these generators everywhere. Okay, so the full development of the cylinder is ready. Now all I need to do is draw parallel lines using the parallel line method and transfer these intersection points onto the respective generators. So what I'll do is, from each intersection point I'll draw lines which are uh, parallel lines parallel to the XY line, and I will make them to pass through the entire development of the cylinder. So there is nothing to draw for one because it is on the XY line itself, it's a continuation. For 2, 3 and other I'll start drawing. So for example 2 here, so this is the projection of 2 and 8, this is the projection of 1, this is the projection of 3 and 7, 3 and 7. This is a projection of 4 and 6. And this is a projection of 5. So the 8 intersection points are taken care of. Now the remaining, no need to project 9 because it is parallel to XY line, and it is the top portion of the cone. So this line is already drawn, so you could start with 10 and project them onto the full development by using parallel lines. So 10 and 16 are projected. Now 11 and 15. And then 12 and 14. And finally 13. Yeah. So we have drawn parallel lines and we have projected all these intersection points onto the full development. And now the thing to be noted here is, since we are dealing with only true lengths and the true length of these generators A, B, C, D in the front view and the true length of these generators in the full development are same. That is why we can project all these intersection points straight away directly onto the development. Okay, so this is a point to be noted. Now once this is done, now my job is simple. I just need to locate the intersection point on the respective generator. So I'll start with the first cutting plane. So 1 is on A, so I'll mark 1 here. I'll also mark 1 here. because there are two A's, so there should be two 1s. Okay, then 2 intersection point 2 is on B, so B is here and this is the projection of 2, so they intersect here, so this point is 2. Now the same intersection, or I think I'll proceed one by one. Then 3 is intersection with C, so this is the projection of 3 with C, so this is the third intersection point. 4 is with D, so this is the intersection point number 4. 5 is with E, so this is intersection point number 5. 6 is with F, so this is intersection point number 6. 7 is with G, so this is intersection point number 7, and 8 is with H, so this is intersection point number 8. So you have your 8 intersection points on the respective generator in the full development. Similarly, project or locate these intersection points here. So starting with 9 is the intersection with A, so you'll have 9 here at A. You'll also have a 9 here at A. Okay, because there are two A's, so there will be two 9s. You are starting with A, you are ending with A. You are starting with 9, you are ending with 9. Okay, now 10 is intersection with B, so 10 and B, that is, this is 10. 11 is intersection with C, so this is 11. 12 is intersection with D, so this is 12. 13 is intersection with E, so this is 13. 14 is intersection with F, so this is 14. 15 is intersection with G, so this is 15, and last 16 is intersection with H, so this is 16. Okay, so you have located all the intersection points on the respective generator. Now all you need to do is join them by curves. So a free flowing curve has to be drawn joining all these intersection points, so I'll join them by a curve, so please observe, and the curve should be dark. So 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 4, 5, and you can see 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 1. So it's a curve, a smooth curve. Similarly, the curve here from 9 to 10 to 11, like that. So 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 13, 13 to 14, 14 to 15, 15 to 16, and 16 to 9. So free flowing curve here. So these two curves, this curve and this curve, represent the cutting plane and where they are cutting. So now this top portion of the cylinder you don't want, which signifies this portion, and this lower portion of the cylinder signifies this portion which you don't want. What you want is this central portion. So this central portion in between the two curves, that is this portion, this is what you really want. So you have to darken this, that too not all the lines which are physically present. So it is only these edge lines, the lines at the end, these generators, the generator A, okay, and the generator A here. you need not darken these generators in between, because these are generators which are artificially created. These are not the actually existing physical edges of the cylinder. Okay, so you need not darken these in between generator lines, only the starting and the ending has to be darkened. So this is the development of the lateral surface of this central portion of the cylinder, which you get when you cut it by using these section planes, these 1, 2 and 3 section planes. So this is the parallel method which helps you to make this kind of development. And I hope the problem and the solution was clear. It's a different problem because there are multiple cutting planes. So please practice this problem, and I'll be giving some assignments also, so which I'll be letting you know in a short span of time. So till then, take care.